Namaskar, I'm Dr. Nalini Avinash Wagmare, working as an associate professor at Tilak Maharashtra Vidyapeeth. Today's our topic is Saints Warkari Sampradaya or Warkari tradition. The Saints poets played an important role in Indian culture tradition. The role played by the saint poets in building the temple of Maratha mysticism has been amply described by the Bahinabai in famous Abhanga. The saints have shown their merciful favor. Deva laid the foundation and erected the temple. His servant Namdev built the wall surrounding it. Eknatha, the discipline of Janardhana, erected its pillars in the form of his pinnacle. Now then, the worship in this temple at your leisure, says Bahini. The flag above it flutters in the wind. I have clearly described this temple. So the saint poets not only molded the religious thoughts of Maharashtra, but also prepared the way for coming of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. So this is the introduction of saints poets. Then what was the Warkari movement? The Warkari is a religious movement, sampradaya within the Bhakti spiritual tradition of Hinduism. It is geographically associated with the Indian states of Maharashtra and northern Karnataka. In the Marathi language of Maharashtra, Wari means pilgrimage, and the pilgrimage is called a Warkari. Every year, Warkari walked hundreds of miles to the holy town of Pandharpur, gathering there on Ekadashi day, 11th day of Hindu calendar, lunar calendar, month of Ashada, which falls sometime in July. And another pilgrimage is celebrated on the Ekadashi of the month of Kartike, which falls sometime in the November. So these are the 2 days the Warkarias practice the uh, visit the holy place Pandharpur. Then Warkari worship the Vithoba, Lord Vithoba, the preceding deity of Pandharpur, who is identified with the Krishna and avatar of incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Because of this association, Vishnu, Warkari is a branch of Vaishnavism. The teacher responsible for establishing and supporting the movement through its history include the Jnaneshwar, Namdev, Tukaram, Chokamela, Eknath, who are accorded the Marathi title of Sant or Saint. Then Warkari making the pilgrimage to Pandharpur carry the palanquins of the saints from their places of samadhi, enlightenment or spiritual birth. According to historian, Vittala devotees were holding pilgrimage prior even to Saint Jnaneshwar of the 13th century. However, the current tradition of carrying the paduka, sandals of the saints in a palki, was started by the youngest son of Sant Tukaram Narayana Maharaj in 1680. Further, the changes were brought in by Emperor Toba and descendants Sant Tukaram in 1820s. Today, about 40 palkis or more than 40 palkis of saints from all over Maharashtra come to Pandharpur with their devotees. That is also called Pandharpur Yatra. Then what was the principles of Warkari movement? The Warkari movement includes a number of specific principles and practices, including the worshipping Lord Sri Krishna in the form of Vithoba, a duty-based approach towards life, moral behavior and strict avoidance of alcohol and tobacco, strictly vegetarian diet on Thursday, Tuesday and Ekadasi day, fasting on Ekadasi day, twice in a month which comes according to calendar, then Brahmacharya self-restraint during the student life, then rejecting discrimination based on the caste, wealth and other things, reading of holy religious books irrespective of the caste or social status of the reader. Following equality and humanity to all is the main concern of this Warkari movement or Warkari Sampradaya. Then who were the saints of Warkari movement? Saint Jnaneshwar, what were they called Jnanoba, Saint Sopanadev, Nivritti, Muktabai, Saint Namdev, Sant Gora Kumbar, Sant Visena Devi, Sant Chokamela, Sant Tukaram, Sant Eknath, Sant Narhari, Sonara, Sant Savata Mali, Kanop, Patra, etc. There are many saints also there. Then what is briefly in this lecture, we have to study only brief highlights of the brief introduction of these saints. Sant Jnaneshwar also referred to as Jnaneshwar, Jnandeva, Jnanoba or Mauli or Jnaneshwar Vithala was a 13th century Indian Marathi saint poet, philosopher, and yogi of Nath and Varkari's tradition. In his short life of 21 years, he authored Jnaneshwari, a commentary on the Bhagavad Gita, and Amrutanubhava, written by him. There are the oldest surviving literary works in the Marathi language and considered to be milestone in Marathi literature. Sant Jnaneshwar ideas reflect the non-dualistic Advaita Vedanta philosophy and an emphasis on yoga and bhakti towards Vithoba, an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. His legacy inspired saint poets such as Eknath and Tukaram, and he is one of the founders of Varkari or Vishnu or Vithoba Krishna Bhakti movement tradition of Hinduism in Maharashtra. Jnaneshwar undertook Samadhi at Alandi in 1996 by entombing himself in underground chamber. So today Alandi Yatra also done by these Varkaris. Elements of Jnaneshwar's life and writings such as his criticism, parochialism of the priestly elite, a celebration of family life and spiritual egalitarianism would shape the culture of the Varkari movement. According to Jnaneshwar's life and writings have developed in primary examples, genuine religiosity for the Varkari movement as well as crucial sources of focal point of bhakti devotion. Then the Sant Jnaneshwar, devotees of Varkari sect in Hindu Shaka month, Ashade join an annual pilgrimage called the Wari, with symbolic signs called Paduka in Marathi of Jnaneshwar carried in a palki from Jnaneshwar's shrine in Alandi to the Vitthal temple in Pandharpur. The Padukas of Jnaneshwar are carried in a palki for the Jnaneshwar inspired works of later poets saints of Varkari movement. His philosophy of Chidvilas was adapted by the Varkar writers such as Namdev and Eknath to their own works. Amrutanubhava's influence is visible in Eknath's Hastamalaka and Swatmasmaka. Tukaram's works invisible and explain Jnaneshwar philosophical concepts such as the Mayavada. Then Namdev. Sant Namdev also was a prominent religious poet from the Marathwada region of Maharashtra state, uh, India in the Hindu tradition, and was one of the earliest writers in the Marathi language. He also wrote some hymns in Hindu and Punjab languages. 61 of his compositions are included in the Sikhism holy script, that is Guru Granth Sahib. Then Namdev traveled through to many parts of India reciting his religious poems. He is said to have lived for more than 20 years in a village of Guhuman in the Gurdaspur district of Punjab, where a memorial commemorates him. Namdev is regarded to have made a significant influence on the later 17th century religious poet Tukaram of Maharashtra. Namdev's devotional composition Abhangas have been collected in the document known as Namdev's Gatha. His work titled Tirtha Wale contains his composition concerning his travels in the company of Saint Jnaneshwar. Here is YouTube channel also I have given for more information. Then Chokamela was a saint in Maharashtra in India in 14th century. He belonged to the Mahar caste considered untouchable in India in that era. He was born at Mehua Raja, a village in Deolagaon Raja Taluka of Buldana district. He lived a Mangalveda in Maharashtra. He wrote many abhangas. He was one of the first Dalit poets in India. Chokmela lived with his wife Swaya and son Karmamela in Mangalveda. Chokmela's hereditary task was to remove dead animals from people's homes and farms and dispose of them beyond the town limits. This is a thought that was traditionally being performed by Mahars in Maharashtra at that time. As a lower caste person, Choka was focused to live outside the town in a separate settlement for members of their untouchable caste. Choka's Samadhi in front of the Vittala temple, Pandharpur, where it can be seen to that day till today. Then Sant Tukaram, Marathi, also known as Tukoba, Tuka, was a Hindu Marathi saint of Varkari Sampradaya in Dehu village, Maharashtra in 17th century. He was a bhakta of the god Vithoba of Pandharpur. He is best known for his devotional poetry uh, called Abhanga, which are popular in Maharashtra. Many of his poems deals with social reforms. In Tukopa's public religious discourse used to be mixed by tradition with poetry, which includes some of his own compositions. His discourses focus on day-to-day behavior of human beings, and he emphasizes that the true expression of religion was in a person's love for his fellow human beings rather than his ritualistic observation of religious orthodoxy, including mechanical study of Vedas. Then his teachings composed a wide array of issues, including the importance of ecosystem. Tukaram worked for his society's enlightenment in the Warkari tradition, which emphasized community service and musical group service. Uh, because of Tukaram's contribution to in Bhakti movement, upliftment of women, men, and common people, many films also released on him, like Tukaram silent film by Sindhi, Tukaram silent film by Kalinidhi Pictures, and even Tukaram movies also screened in 1936 in various languages also. Even Tukaram Abhanga, even Tamil picture, Kannada picture, Telugu and Marathi in the right side, I have given those things. Then, like Namdev Jnanobi Eknath, Tukaram wrote in Marathi in a large number of devotional poems, identified Marathi as Abhangas. A collection of 4,500 Abhanga known as the Gatha is attributed to Tukaram. Mantra Gita, a Marathi translation of Abhanga form is Sanskrit Bhagavad Gita is also attributed to him. It is also interpretation Gita is also attributed to him. It is an interpretation Gita from a Bhakti devotional perspective. So till today, many Abhangas in every morning, the devotees of Vithovas pronounce these things and practice those in their these Abhangas in their life. The devotees of Varkari or devotees of Vitova. Then Eknath was a prominent Marathi religious poet in the Hindu tradition in India. Eknath was born and lived most of his life in Paitan in Maharashtra, India. He was a Kulkarni of that village. Eknath's family name is not known in accordance with the tradition in India of assigning them Sant to persons regarded as thoroughly saintly. Eknath is commonly known as Maharashtra as Sant Eknath. For religious writings of Eknath, so, for his spiritual development in his youth, Eknath had accepted the discipleship of a guru named Janardhan Swami. At the suggestion of this guru, Eknath wrote his first composition, a Marathi commentary in verse from named Chatushloki Bhagavata, based on certain four verses in Sanskrit Bhagavat. The elaborate commentary consists of 1036 OVs and Abhangas also. Then about 230 years before the birth of Eknath, Jnaneshwar had written an important commentary in verse from in Marathi named Bhavavarta Deepika, popularly known as Jnaneshwari on Sanskrit Bhagavad Gita. After elaborate research, Eknath meticulously prepared an authentic edition of Jnaneshwari. Eknath is believed to be made in Marathi. Almost of Eknath writings were in verse in Marathi. Eknath wrote a scholarly and lucid commentary, Sri Eknathi Bhagavata, 11th canton of Sanskrit Bhagavad Purana. The commentary involved 18,800 words. He wrote the first 2,000 movies of his another major work, Bhagavata Ramayana. A disciple of his had added 15,000 movies to complete this work. Eknath wrote Rukmini Swayamvar, comprised 1,711 movies. It was based on 144 sloka from Bhagavad Purana. His work Hastamala comprised 764 OVs, and it was based on 14 slokas Sanskrit hymn with the same name by Shankaracharya. He further wrote Sukshataka, Swatam Sukha, Ananda Lahiri, Chiranjeeva Pada, Gita Sara, Prahlad Vijay. Eknath introduced a new form of Marathi religious songs in the Abhanga form. In his adult life, Eknath gave many illicit religious public discourse. Eknath initiated Maharashtra movement called Vasudeva Samstha. It involves house-to-house visitations in an individual known as Vasudeva, who standing in front of people houses spread religious messages through bhajana chants. He spread Bhagavad Dharma from village to village in detail and in a simple manner. Then Kanopatra was in a 15th century Marathi saint poets in Warkari sect. Little is known about Kanopatra. According to most of traditional accounts, Kanopatra was a courtesan and dancing girl. These accounts typically considered on her death when she chose to surrender to the Hindu god Vithoba, the patron of god of the Varkari, rather than becoming a concubine of Basha of Bidar. She died in the central shrine of Vithoba in Pandharpur. She is the only person whose samadhi is within the premises of the temple. Then Kanopatra wrote Marathi Abhanga poetry telling of her devotion to Vithoba and her struggle to balance her pity with her profession. In her poetry, she implores Vithoba to be her savior, release her from the clutches of her profession. About 30 of her Abhangas have survived and continue to sing today. She is the only female Varkari saint to have attained saint based on devotion. Uh, Without the support of any guru, male Varkari saint of Parampara. Kanupatra Abhanga frequently portray her struggle between her profession and her devotion to Vithoba, the patron deity of Varkari. She presents herself as a woman deeply devoted to Vithoba and pleads for him to save her from the unbearable bondage of profession. Maji Mahira Pandari. This is also a song we found in a day-to-day life of the followers of the Vithoba. Today also, Karnapatras Abhangas are still sung in concerts and on radio by Varkaris on their annual pilgrimage to Pandharpur. The tree that rose at her burial spot in the Pandharpur temple is worshipped as her samadhi by devotees even today. A small shrine is also dedicated to her in her hometown, Mangalveda. Then Samartha Ramdas was a prominent Marathi saint and religious poet in Hindu tradition in Maharashtra, India. Samartha Ramdas was a devotee of Hindu gods Hanuman and Rama. Ramdas Swami, a gifted composer, he produced considerable effective, lucid and effective literature in verse form in Marathi. Among his works, two compositions particularly stand out. A small book on meditation titled Manachi Sloka, which consists of 205 memorable four lines verses, and a large volume called Das Bodha, which consists of 7,700 movies existing. Sartha Srimad Das Bodha, read by every worker till today also. Manachi Sloka is an advice and preaching to the human mind to behave in an ethical way and devote oneself in love of God. Das Buddha provides sagacious advice on both spiritual and diverse practical topics. Samartha Ramdas Swami also wrote the Maruti Srota, Marathi adultery poem to Lord Hanuman and several other books. Maruti Srota, Marathi adultery poem for Lord Hanuman, several other works. Others composition of Sri Samartha Ramdas Swami are Atma Rama, 11 Lahu Kavita, Ramayana, Marathi Tika. Among us, these 11 Lahu Kavita are very useful to the followers of spiritual path, but Das Bodha is considered as the first number. The followers refer this one. Then Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and Ramdas are said to have the first met in 1674. Chhatrapati Shivaji said to have requested Ramdas Swami to shift his residence to a fort named Parhali and establish his permanent monastery there. The fort was subsequently renamed as Shivaji through considered Samartha Ramdas Swami as his spiritual guru. He had great respect for other saints at that time. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj frequently visited Ramdas Swami to seek his blessing and advice regarding religious issues. Then, what was the impact of Warkari movement on people? The Warkari tradition has made all preceding impact on the life of the common people of Maharashtra for 600 years, 13th to 18th century. The Warkari has looked upon God as the ultimate truth and ascended grades of values in social life. The sect has accepted ultimate equality among men. It lays stress on values such as individual sacrifice, forgiveness, simplicity, overcoming passions, peaceful coexistence, non-violence, love, humility in social life. The last point is illustrated by workers proceeding in front of each other because of everybody is Brahma. All these values were the cornerstone of the philosophy of Marathi Bhakti saints. The Warkari sect tried to mold the attitude of the common people, which include low caste and women towards life. Then other impact, a person must have a kind of detachment while living his life, and he must have the courage of his conviction in face of evil forces that deform life and dreadful death. The writings of Saint Naneshwar, Tukaram, others help common man to inculcate these qualities in him. The saints of Warkari tradition made realizing Almighty in every simple words. Each of them wrote separate small booklets of verse in plain words, all called in Haripanta. Each saint, in his own rustic but sweet style, has tried to express the result of using the chanting Lord's name, as in Lord Vishnu, and mentally feeling oneness with Him, Lord Vishnu or Vishnu. Such a state of mind surpassed all desires and negative thoughts of the people. It resulted in people coming together united. So, Saint poets writing a source of Maratha history. While writing the Maratha history, Eknath Bhagwat, Namdev Ovi, Snaneshwari, Tukaram Abhangagata, Ramdas Dasabhoda. So, this contribution to enrich the Marathi literature, culture, and language, and they contribute. These Saint poets also contributed to build the equality, liberty, fraternity, brotherhood, self-respect among the people. So these are the reference book you can refer for more details. Bandarkar's Vaishnavi Shaivism minor religious system, then Dandekar's some aspects of history of Hinduism, then other books you can also refer. For preparing this PPT, I can refer the website for photos and the details. Thank you.